It is April 17th, 2022. Welcome to Who the Fuck Am I? Where I pretty much just answer the question, then you know. My name is Aaron. This is going to be the second time I have to record this because I realized I wasn't getting any audio for some reason. It is and was a nice day out. Still is sunny from when the last time I did that. So that's great. Luckily, I noticed not all the way through, so I don't have to repeat everything I said. But coming off from last week, I figured I'd actually have a little bit more structure, kind of know how I wanted this to go. So I will cover kind of what's still relevant from last week, or go over what I talked about then, if there's any kind of follow-up stuff. And then I'll go into what I did this week, and then kind of what I want to do, and then I plan on actually checking out what... Fuck that last time. 10 birds that can't fly. I was gonna do a 8 birds that can't fly, but then I saw this one like 2 links below it, and I was like, well, I'd rather learn about 10 than 8, so, you know, here we are. But what did I talk about last week? Mostly Halo and Moon Knight. Halo, I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. I've been playing through Combat Evolved as well, like I said, and I'll actually be beating it today. And the stories, I already knew they were just completely different, but having to like replay the old one, it makes me much more nostalgic to it. And what they're doing with the series is they're making Chief like a more like central character to the universe. Like, he's already been a huge one as far as like how we perceive it, but in the show it seems like the universe actually might revolve around him. So I don't hate it yet because it was well, we're on episode 4. But with the direction that they go, I could end up changing my opinion a lot. Moon Knight was not a disappointment in any way. Fantastic episode. I think they're still going in a great direction, and Oscar Isaac is only showing that he can play the role even more. I think the only thing that makes episode 3 seem not as good is because episode 1 was really good, episode 2 was really good, and episode 3 was good, but it's not quite as good as the past 2. And I think that was mostly my week, so let's start going into what I did. I got 2 cast iron pans. I actually had to run out and grab these earlier, but now they are right here. This is a 10.5 inch. It's probably about to become the workhorse of my kitchen. And then I've been really getting into survival and whatnot. So I also got this 8 inch, which cast iron's fantastic for cooking over an open fire. So I'm building a like bug out kit and everything, for basically just literally if I wanted to just walk into the woods. And then this will remain in my kitchen, but whenever I go out, I plan on putting this into the pack and everything. And then stemming off of that, kind of comes, I bought a boat. So I was thinking about where it would be like the most cool to just go like and camp, because like you don't want to go to like some like community camp park and just fucking swim in a swing or some shit. So I was like, an island. Because we live in Florida and there's a bunch of islands that you can just camp on. But then I thought to myself, well, I need a way to get to these islands, so I need a boat. But then boats are expensive. So I started looking at the cheaper alternatives, and I turned my eyes towards sailboats. Because 1, why not make it super hard for me, because I don't know how to sail. And 2, I get to learn something. So I bought a sailboat. It ended up being a really good deal. I got the boat, the trailer, and an outboard motor, all for $900. The dude's wife just wanted it off the property, and I was there with cash. So that's now mine. It's sitting out there. I'll probably put a photo of it here. One of these. But I'm super stoked for that. I got it 2 days ago, and then I had a bunch of buddies over yesterday. We were supposed to pressure wash it and kind of clean it up and maybe drink some beers around it. We ended up not quite doing that. They kind of came over, and then we just started watching stuff on TV. We made a big thing of pasta. It's this recipe called pesto linguine. It's very good. And then ended up watching Survivor Man after just drinking together and didn't touch the boat at all. So actually that's what I'm going to be doing after this, I think. What else? So, you ever go to the grocery store? This is more just a rant on what I fucking hate. The worst place in the grocery store, not even in the store, it's outside the store when in the parking lot. The worst place to be is if you're right in front of the fucking entrance, and at the stop sign that's here, and so here's the entrance, and you got the stop sign that's here and the stop sign that's here, and there's just constant traffic, and then you get these old people that are just walking out in the most staggered fashion possible, and you just end up having to sit here staring at them for at least 6 cars to go past, because everyone keeps slamming up, and I sat there for like 4 minutes pissed off. It was probably more like 45 seconds, but it meant a lot to me. Okay. Aside from that, what do I plan on doing this week? Oh, I ended up not doing a typing test too, so I'm already behind on that. I did end up typing a decent amount this week, but I actually cheated and kind of went back to how I used to type and then forced myself to go back, and then so I'm not really I'm progressing, but I'm letting myself slack a little bit. Oh, decided I wanted to keep track of like my gym progress and everything in here too. So I ended up going to the gym this week. Felt pretty good all week. Ended up smoking my legs. I was actually walking funny, but I think I'm good today. Let's see. Yeah. Little sore, but nothing that's like gonna impede my movement. Yesterday I felt like a goat with my ankles. But feeling good, feeling strong right now. I'm not as strong as I used to be, but I think just consistently I'll get back to where I was, or at least be happier with how I am. And then what do I have planned? So I have the boat first. Want to go out and clean that up a little bit. I think last night I ended up getting this fucking organizational bug. Because I have this storage room that I've lived in this house for like 2 years, but I haven't moved in yet. And I ended up just until like 3 in the morning just ripping the room apart and like starting to organize stuff. So I want to get in there at least one day this week or even today after this and organize that a good bit, because it's actually not that much. I think I've been putting it off for a while because it's just a room with the door that I keep shut. And then, yeah, I think that actually, I think that covers everything, because I just use Post-it and keep track of all the stuff that I want to do throughout the week. Alright. What are we doing? Oh, yes. 10 birds that can't fly. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, I haven't looked at this at all. I did kind of look at the 8 birds that can't fly one, so I might have cheated, but, let's see. It's a well-known fact that most birds can fly. Some birds fly to catch prey, while others fly to escape predators. Regardless, the ability to fly is one of the defining features of most birds. However, there exists a subset of birds that lack this ability. There exists a handful of birds that can't fly at all, and live their entire lives rooted to these ground. Entire lives rooted to these ground. Okay. While some of these birds have been hunted to near extinction, others continue to thrive and proliferate. In this article, we'll discuss a handful of these unique birds that can't fly. So next time you see one of these particular birds, you'll know why they're sticking to the ground. Alright, so we got a kakapo. Always known as the owl parrot due to its owl-like features. Is that an owl? It doesn't have like the fucking head. I would never think that looks like an owl. Definitely looks way more like a parrot. Or is it called an owl parrot? Never mind. They range from 23 to 25 inches long and weigh between 2 and 9 pounds. Although they are birds that can't fly, cockapos excel at climbing trees. I'd love to see this thing just... On occasion, they also use their wings to glide short distances after jumping from high elevations. Their plumage appears greenish-yellow, and they sport a large beak and feet. Cockapos are nocturnal and live on a diet of grasses, seeds, roots. Is that supposed to be fruits? Bro, this guy not like... This guy did not fucking spell check his shit. And tree sap. Due to hunting, deforestation, and predation by invasive mammals, cockapos are among the rarest animals on Earth. Currently, only around 200 remain in the wild. Who wrote this article, by the way? I just gotta... Patrick Sather with A through Z Animals. Yeah, two errors. And live their entire lives rooted to these ground. And live their entire lives rooted to these ground. And live their entire lives rooted to... Oh. Ostrich. These things are fucking scary. I would fight a lot of birds. I would not fight an ostrich. The ostrich is the largest member of the retite infraclass Palamathia. Oh god. And the most massive extant bird in the world. Due to their massive size, their puny wings mean they rank among the birds that can't fly. However, they still use their wings to balance when running, as well as for courtship displays. 2 living species of ostrich remain, both of which live in the wild in Africa along with commercial farms. Ostriches usually weigh from 140 to 320 pounds. Could you imagine a 320-pound ostrich come just charging at you? Aren't these things like the closest thing we actually have to like velociraptors? Since we found out that like dinosaurs had feathers and stuff, so they probably more looked like this. And they stand up to 9 foot 2 inches tall. Their plumage is mostly black, although they sport white tail feathers. They can run up to 43 miles per hour, making them the fastest bird on land. In addition, they also lay the biggest eggs of any animal on land. God, I'd love to eat an ostrich eggs. I've had an ostrich like steak. It's delicious. What is that? 9 foot 2, 320 pounds, running at you. The emperor penguin. Look at him. The emperor penguin is one of the most recognizable birds that can't fly in the world. Emperor penguins live only in Antarctica and split their time between the coast and inland. They make one of the most unique migrations in the world, trekking nearly 100 miles inland to breed during winter. Males and females take turns incubating a single egg and feeding young until they can take care of themselves. Emperor penguins rank as the largest penguin species, standing up to 39 inches tall and weighing 49 to 99 pounds. Their plumage appears black on their faces and backs, white on their bellies, and yellow around their necks. Capable of holding their breath for up to 20 minutes, they can dive to depths of 1,755 feet while submerged. They hunt for food, including crustaceans, krill, fish, and squids. I love penguins. I know that penguins, they'll like give their when they're trying to find a mate, they'll give them like a pebble or a rock because it's supposed to be like the start of their nest, and it's supposed to be like you gotta find a good rock. Steamer duck. Yeah, those things aren't big enough to fly. Steamer ducks get their name from their habit of flapping their wings and feet when in water. Their behavior can make them look like a paddle steamer boat to the casual observer. However, although they flap their wings, they'll still rank among birds that can't fly. Although 4 species of steamer duck live in Chile and Argentina, at the southern tip of Africa, of the 3 species, only the flying steamer duck is capable of flight. Known for their large size, steamer ducks typically can measure over 33 inches long and weigh over 15 pounds. They live near rocky coastlines, blah, blah, blah. They subsist on mollusks, crustaceans, seeds, small fish, and insects. They can act highly aggressive and frequently engage in violent battles with other steamer ducks. Yeah. It's not a steamer duck, but I guess that's how ducks fight. Weka. What is this thing? Another flightless bird from New Zealand, the weka is part of the rail family, also known as the wood hen and or Maori hen. There exist 4 different subspecies, although this is hotly debated. Hotly. Just imagine a room of scientists being just yelling at each other. There's 4, damn it! Although they possess small, ineffective wings, they adapted strong legs. Their plumage appears brown with shades of black and gray. On average, they measure between 20 to 24 inches long and weigh from 1.1. These things are tiny. Tail is small and almost always moving, which is characteristic of other species of rail. They live in forests, sand dunes, rocky coastal areas, and grasslands all throughout New Zealand. Their diet primarily consists of grasses, leaves, seeds, berries, works nest on the ground. Let's see if I can get it. Won't you need somebody to love? Nope. Okay. Cassowary. Cassowary is Cassowary is another member of the long-legged flightless bird. The extant species range through New Guinea, northern Australia, and the Aru Islands. The Aru Islands Regency are a group of 90 that take up eastern Indonesia. Cassowaries enjoy a fearsome reputation, and also go by the name "world's most dangerous bird." This thing's gonna fuck you up. This title is earned due to its large size, sharp claws, and aggressive nature when cornered or threatened. They stand between 5 to 6.6 feet tall and can weigh up to 130 pounds. What is with these? Their small wings end in hard, chitinous. This is like a porcupine bird. This is like a porcupine fucked an ostrich. Do porcupines, but without barbs. Look at that. Look at me. Cassowaries feature a large golden or blue casque on their heads, which grows with age, and blue wattle on their neck. They're like a porcupine that had sex with a turkey, then had sex with the ostrich. That was bad. Most of their diets consist of fruits as well as small invertebrates, birds, and rats, and fish. Flightless cormorant. Also known as the Galapagos cormorant, the flightless cormorant is I hope I'm saying cormor. Find out. Oh, what am I going to do it? Cormorant. Cormorant is unique among birds that can't fly. It's the only cormorant species that is unable to fly, and also one of the largest cormorants in the world. Flightless cormorants range throughout the Galapagos Islands and some isolated regions of Ecuador. They measure between 35 to 39.5 inches long and weigh from 5.5 to 11 pounds on average. Their plumage appears brownish black, and they sport a long beak that ends in a sharp hook. In order to fly, their wings would need to grow 3 times larger than their current size to move around. They rely on their webbed feet and strong legs to propel them through water. The diet of the flightless cormorant consists mostly of fish and octopuses. Octopusi, I believe. Oh. Since they don't possess waterproof feathers, they must dry off regularly between swimming trips. Emu. Ah. The emu is the second largest member of the ratites and extant species of bird in the world. They stand between 59 to 75 inches tall. So what is that? That's 5 foot to. Why are they doing this in inches? They've done everything else in foot. Oh, this is inches. But like, once it's like substantial, just do it in the 5. 59 to 75 inches tall. So that's 5 foot. No, fuck. No, yeah, that's 5 foot. That's 5 foot to 6'3", and weigh from 40 to 132 pounds. Native to Australia, they range throughout the country's savannas and forests. Although they tend to avoid arid regions with their long, powerful legs, they can run up to 30 miles per hour. Their plumage varies according to their environment, but generally appears brownish beige with hints of black and rust. Emus forage during the day and eat a diet of seeds, grasses, fruits, and insects. Unlike most birds, the males are solely responsible for constructing the nest and incubating the eggs. Furthermore, female emus typically act more aggressively than males and may fight over potential mates. While listed as a species of least concern, they face threats due to habitat loss, traffic collision, and invasive predators. They're just getting hit with cars. And a kiwi. Look at that thing. That thing's beak. An international symbol of New Zealand, kiwis are the smallest member of the ratites. Scientists recognize 5 different species, most of which face threats due to habitat loss and invasive predators. Among the birds that can't fly, kiwis adapted some unique features that set them apart. Their wings are so small that they appear barely visible under its hair-like brown-gray feathers. They sport a long bill with a sensitive nose to help them detect prey and no tail. Although mostly nocturnal, they also come out during the day, especially if they live in sanctuaries. Kiwis mostly live in forests, but have adapted to live in scrublands, mountainous regions, and grasslands. They eat invertebrates and amphibians, worms, insects, fruits, and seeds. Their eggs weigh up to 1 pound. How much do they weigh again? Didn't go into it. Scientists recognize 5 different species. There are 4 different species. Wait, often the walk is part of the family. Oh, no. Okay. I thought that was for the ratites. I thought that was the part that was highly debated. Takahe. Look at this thing. It's like that fucking bird from Up. Also known as the South Island Takahe. Takahe. How to say? Oh, that's not. There's no translation. Takahe. Takahe, or Notornus. The takahe is native to New Zealand. The largest extant member of the rail family, it's one of the rarest birds that can't fly in the world. Once believed extinct in the wild, its population as of 2019 is around 418 individuals. Takahes can reach up to 25 inches long and can weigh nearly 9.3 pounds. Stocky, powerful birds, Takahes sport huge bills that can deliver a strong bite. Their plumage appears dark blue on the head and belly and lighter blue and green on the wings and back. They live in mountainous grassland regions during the summer and descend to lower elevations in winter. While highly territorial and solitary, Takahes breed for life and can live up to 18 years in the wild. They primarily subsist on a diet of grasses, shoots, and insects, particularly on snowgrass. Well, that's 10 birds that can't fly. It's gonna kill. A lot of these are in like New Zealand and Australia, so just don't go there. You should be good. Gakupo. Alright. Well, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all again next week, or I'll just talk to myself. We'll see how it goes. Deuce.